Hey guys, welcome to Body Geeks. Today we have a special episode for you. I want to introduce our co-host and one of my best friends, Mason Cervantes. Mason is an accomplished powerlifter who's dabbled in some bodybuilding stuff for roughly the past decade. He's always quick to help others, and he has a ton of information to give to you. But enough of me telling you his story. Who better than to tell it than the man himself?
Hey guys, my name is Mason Cervantes. I'm originally from Orange County, originally from Fullerton, currently residing in Buena Park, California. I'm 29 years old. Been training on and off for close to a little over 10 years now. I started lifting about, I guess I was about 14 years old. I was going into high school football. Walked into the room, wide-eyed and had no idea what was ahead of me. But I just remember, that there was something about kind of touching that weight and kind of learning the movements. I wanted to be stronger right away. I remember there was something in me that just, the second I kind of touched the weights, I was like, I want to be the best at this. Kind of, they say that iron bug, it bit me pretty hard. All my life, I grew up wanting to be big and strong, or bigger. I remember ever since I was a little kid, you play these video games, or, you pick a character, or you have an action figure, and there was always the action figures that maybe had a little more muscle mass that really drew my attention, or I would always pick the bigger guy in the video game just because I liked the way he looked. I didn't technically know how genetics worked at the time. I thought I was going to be a, 6'2", 6'4" linebacker and, just running dudes over at 200 plus pounds, but realistically, my 4'11" mom kind of disagreed with that. So, that I realized, after growing an inch in between maybe my freshman and sophomore year, that I had to pack on a little more muscle mass. I didn't have the best genetics at that time. So, it was definitely something, after the fact where I realized if I just worked harder, I can be better than, this person or that person. And that's kind of what drew me to the weight training, was the amount of effort I would put in, I would get something in return. I never really did anything to really get people excited about what I was doing. It was all for like personal gain, and it was something when I would see a change here or this there, it was something I really liked. I didn't care what anybody else thought. I mean, I would hear, I don't know how many times growing up, like, that's gross, or, that's this, or, why would you want to do that? Because I was like, oh, I don't care. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. It makes me happy. I remember, after a certain point, it just didn't feel right if I missed a day. If I missed a day I was supposed to go, it was like not eating or something. It was like a hunger, or maybe missing a test, or missing a homework assignment. You knew you should have done it, and you felt kind of bad about missing it. And that was just what working out was to me. I didn't realize then, like I realize now, it was a form of therapy. It was something I could do to get away from everybody. And in the beginning, I worked out with a lot of friends. I worked out with maybe some family members and stuff. And then they all kind of started falling off, because I would go at any odd hour. If I was going to miss the gym, I was like, well, it's 3 in the morning. I woke up, I missed the gym. I'm going to go at 3 in the morning. It just didn't feel right if I missed that. Then, time goes on. I went through a period of time where I was out of the gym, mostly just due to time. It was putting a priority first, which at the time was going through Fire Academy, and I remember going through that and not being able to strength train because we were running. I was there. It was typically like almost a 9 to 9 job. Sometimes I was there till 9 p.m. at night, doing physical training, doing, book work, stuff like that, testing, manipulative skills. And, I was in there like a full-time job Monday through Friday, some Saturdays for about 6 months, and I missed the gym. And I mean, that hurt a lot, missing the gym. But I remember I had this asshole of a friend named Brandon Gertis that just like, this guy was just relentless, you know what I mean? And I mean, that's what probably has kept my friendship with him over these years. No matter what, this guy would not miss a workout. No matter what, this guy would just keep pushing. And I remember, I'm older than the guy, so I was stronger for a period of time. And all of a sudden, every couple weeks on Facebook, I see this guy like, oh, he's deadlifting 550 pounds. I'm like, man, that's heavy, but I could do that. And then I'm like, oh man, there's a 570, and that's heavy. I might have some trouble with that. And all of a sudden, this guy signs up for a powerlifting meet. And I was like, powerlifting, I don't remember that. I kind of remember it, but like, he's not wearing all this stuff. He's not fat. Like, why is he doing powerlifting? And all of a sudden, this guy deadlifts 617 pounds out of nowhere. And I almost cried because this guy is somebody who, you know, I've trained with, and, you know, now I'm looking up to him, and I was like, man, how to, like, you know, that's something I want to do. And I remember that's kind of when it kicked into my head, like, I want to be strong. I don't just want to be big. I want to be strong. I want to get all my strength back. That was pretty much what I cared about, you know. Got out of Fire Academy, hit that guy up, and I mean, we got to train. Some of my powerlifting accomplishments, you know, I would say my very first meet, I believe my total was 1592 at 219, I believe it was. I did a day of weigh-in because of work and whatnot. And recently, as of about a month ago, I hit at 1895. You know, everything has been in sleeves. You know, my deadlift has increased a little over 100 pounds. My squats increased a little over 100 pounds. My bench has increased about 60 pounds, you know. In 2014, I believe it was, I competed at the Fit Expo. That was probably my biggest meet I've done so far. It was an invitation only. I went from being, I think I was number 7 ranked in the 220 class, and that took me all the way down to number 3. I was right behind this guy named Dan Green and this guy named Jay Nira. These guys are just monsters. So, and I think when you're in something like powerlifting or bodybuilding, you know, you start to meet a lot of people and formulate relationships with those people. And, you know, I definitely think after doing that for a period of time, you know, I've surrounded myself with people, like-minded people that are into what I'm into. And, you know, it's not like I've just surrounded myself with powerlifters. I've surrounded myself with powerlifters that are good friends, that are positive people, you know, and that's all I've ever wanted in my life. It doesn't matter if you lift, it doesn't matter if you don't lift. You know, if you're a good person, you're a positive person, I want you in my life.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like what you saw. We got plenty more information coming your way.
If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. We also have an Instagram, a Facebook, where we'd love to hear your questions and comments.
So whether good or bad, negative, funny, or spam, we welcome spam as well. Post them below. Thanks for watching. Until next time, you're watching Body Geeks.
Deuces.